I am Adveshimo. Welcome to the Wealth Masterclass, where we teach you to make, manage, and multiply money. Today again, I want to bring up a very unique, special subject for all the women who are out there. Today again is wow, women of wealth. Why you should create wealth. I'm going to give you a couple of reasons why you should create wealth. Remember to follow, subscribe, and press that button down there to let us know how you feel about this video. Also, there's an upcoming amazing great seminar specifically for women who want to create wealth, and it is about time. There are 60% of the population of the earth being female, and it is so unfair for us to keep the female person from creating wealth, from even conception to cradle to growth to us leaving home. The woman was the one responsible for us. The contribution of you, a woman, to each man or woman child you had is worth over £1 million each. If you had 4 children, you have spent over £1 million of time on each child. Yes, you are potentially a wealthy person, but it needs to manifest in real terms. So why should you create physical wealth for everyone to see? One, because you can become a job creator. Yeah, there are a couple of women who are job creators, but let us face it, there are more men creating jobs. It's time for the woman to rise and make it happen. It is time for you to be able to have so many families who are having food on their table, clothes on their back, rent paid, because you, that beautiful woman, created a business or a place where they can get a job. Number 2 reason, because you can hire someone to handle your own personal jobs which you do every day. Some of you women, very gifted, some of you with master's degree, PhD, and yet you spend 2 hours, 3 hours doing your own laundry because you can't afford to hand it over to someone else to do. Whereas if you really calculate the value of all your study, your hour is worth as much as £1,000, and yet you spend that hour doing a £20 job. You ought to create wealth, and we're going to be teaching on our platform how women can actually, the steps they can take to make it happen. The 3rd reason is because you'll be able to write some major checks, yes, to pay off debts, to help some people, to sponsor things. Look at Oprah Winfrey, owns a whole school in South Africa where she's put 30s of millions of dollars to raise children of other people, particularly kids who qualify. These girls are going to the highest level of schooling, and they call her Mama Oprah. Though she didn't have a child of hers who is alive, all these girls see her as their mother. It's not just biological mothers who change their world. It is those who truly give somebody a future. That is why you as a woman should be able to create wealth. You want to know some more? Because a life with quality convenience is better than the one of enduring. Nice, supple, quality bed sheets on your bed that are beautiful, nice, 100% Egyptian cotton, or beautiful silk covering of your bed, which you bought because you have a 7-figure income, not 6, is better than the one that is infested with bed bugs. Why shouldn't a woman have some degree of convenience without having to wait for a man? You need to join me at that seminar. I intend to, really stretch women and make them see that whatever a man can do, you can truly do. However, society have not allowed that to happen. Neither have prejudices and unspoken views allowed it. Why should you create wealth? Let me shock you. You should be able to create wealth so you can retire your husband. Oh, ouch. What did you say? Yes. Instead of you, the man retire, he telling you to retire and stay home with the kids, you are earning 7, 8 figures. And he's still struggling with 4, 5 figures. And you are the kind that is able to manage so much. A woman by nature is a person who knows how to shield, to cover, to make happen, to multiply. You give a woman groceries, she gives you food. You give her a house, she gives you a home. You give her a seed, a sperm, she turns it to a baby, because she has capacity to incubate and multiply. Use that gift to experience wealth. Be the kind whom, in fact, your husband had to say, no, judging by the amount of wealth you are creating, then let me stay home and make the home good. It may be a new way to see the home, so he becomes the house band, which is the word husband. He's the house band. Why should you create wealth? You should create wealth so you can be an example to other women who don't think they are worth anything. There are many women who every day of their life, they think they are not worth much, because all they do is just run the routine in the house. Run the routine in the house. And you are gifted. You have ability. Some of you are great. If you were given the chance to blog, to write articles, to invent, to create things, the time has come. If women ran our governments, we probably will have better systems. At least in the United Kingdom, one of the most outstanding prime ministers ever will be Margaret Thatcher. You call her Iron Lady, which is again the prejudice of men. When a woman stands strong, they call her Iron Lady. And yet a man may have behaved in the same way she behaved, and they wouldn't call him Iron Man. There's nothing Margaret Thatcher did that Churchill didn't do, that Disraeli didn't do. It is still part of the prejudice. Woman, it's time to rise and be a woman of wealth. I could give you hundreds more reasons, but make sure you join me at that seminar. Why should you create wealth? Because when you have money, you never have to take a nightmare customer. You never have to suck up to a boss who sees you as a lesser species, talks down at you, and though you went to the same university, have the same qualification, and there's no tea on the table for a meeting, he expects you to be the one who stood up to go get tea for everyone. It's time for you to create wealth. Be the wow. Be the wow. Be the wow who changed everything. This may sound a little strong, but that's true. You've got to understand, creating wealth is so necessary. You may ask the question, why? The answer is, why not? When women create wealth, they probably make more difference in our world than you can imagine. In fact, when I do the seminar, I'm going to show how that women are the greatest givers. I'm a man of the cloth, a minister of the church. And in 48 years of being a minister of the church, I can tell you, women give more. Women serve more. Women sacrifice more. You can rely on a woman volunteer more than a man volunteer. If there is any initiative and you ask people to give, a woman will go an extra mile than most men will do. So you need to be a woman of wealth. A woman of wealth. Let me just finish this one by giving you one more. You need to be a wow so that your children, you probably paid for their education in cash and they didn't have to take a loan. Here in the West, United Kingdom, United States of America, and other Western nations, everybody thinks it's great to take a student loan to do a degree. It took £70,000 to read psychology, £60,000 to read media studies. And as soon as the kid graduates, They struggle to pay the fee for the next 7 to 10 years. The bank is smiling because it has put 7% on that money, while the guy who went to uni cannot buy property. He cannot get a mortgage. He has a student loan like the sword of Damocles over his head, and like an albatross around his neck. But a wealthy mother could just pay her kid's school fee. I paid for my sons. That's what a woman of the future whom we are talking about should do. You want any more reasons? Because the last one I give you is because you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Because you are a wow. You are a woman of wealth. So, I believe that society has for long taken you for granted. It's time for things to change. It's time for things to change. It's time for you to make the impact. It's time for you to take your life back. And so, listen, it's your birthright. It's your birthright to be the millionaire, the woman of wealth that you were meant to be. I hope today's seminar has helped you. If you like it, if you have questions, please subscribe, drop me a line, join us for the free webinar on the 12th of February, and look out for other webinars and seminars of the Wealth Masterclass. God bless you.